Good morning. Well, here we are again. It's Tuesday and we are ready for today's video, I suppose. Yesterday's video, I told you that I was going to talk about how to purge your makeup drawer, because if you're like me, you buy makeup and then you use it and it gets old or whatever and then you forget to throw it out. So I looked up several guides online and I simply Googled it, and I Googled makeup expiration, and I came up with, there were several sites that told you basically what or when you should throw out a makeup, or how old it should be before you throw it out, or it's getting close to its expiration. And here's what I found out. I'm going to break it down really simple for you. Your concealer, your liquid base, your lipstick, any blush, face powder, anything like that, you can keep it for a year, and in some cases up to 3 years for lipstick before you need to throw it out. Anything like a liquid eyeliner or mascara, 3 months. So after 3 months you have to throw it out. And I think that has to do with the fact that it's going to dry out and lose its ability to stay on your skin, and or it's right there next to your eye, so it might be collecting bacteria from your eye. That's probably more my thinking than scientific fact. Any eyeliner pencils, like, I don't have one right here because I didn't bring one in. Eyeliner pencils, those can last up to 2 years. So basically, it's just your liquid things that are near your eyes that are 3 months is their expiration. Anything that's like lip gloss and things like that, that can be 1 to 2 years, just depending on, I would be reticent to keep something over a year because, number one, I'm probably going to change my color palette and I won't like it anymore. And number two, I think it's just going to become gummy or something like that. I use lip gloss occasionally. Things like Burt's Bees, like chapstick and stuff like that, 3 years. So that's a steal for me because I don't even know if I can use the whole one in 3 years. All right, so that's the deal for makeup expiration and when you should get rid of it out of your makeup drawer. So today I have Lucy back there. She's laying down so you can't see her. And my husband is in the kitchen making his breakfast, so if you hear some banging around or whatnot, that's what's going on back there. I'm going to move this just a little bit. I have a little bit brighter light on my face today. Oh, there's the blender. And just because I want to show you how I'm going to put on makeup in a different lighting. Usually I have it much more subdued, but today we're going with bright light. All right, so let's get right into it. This morning I did a run this morning, a short run. It's the last one before my race on Friday. And I showered and all that. I put on all my crepe erase stuff that I've been using, and I've already put on my depuff on my eyes, which I meant to bring in here, but I didn't. And I've already put on my primer to give it time to set before I start putting makeup on. And today I promised that I was going to show you a new eyeshadow technique. So that's what we're going to do today. But first, we always put our concealer on first. And so this is the True Match. Let's go this way with it. L'Oreal True Match. And this is the lighter color. I think this is the lighter color. Yes. Hard for me to tell sometimes. And I'm going to put the lighter color just down the bridge of my nose, just like I always do, just to kind of diminish the size of the bridge of my nose, which is quite wide, under my eyes to conceal any weirdness going on under there. I feel like yesterday's video, I was feeling a little bit blue yesterday, and I don't know why. Just one of those days. But today I feel a lot better. And I've been liking putting this. I haven't been doing this very much, putting the concealer below my lip, but I kind of like it. It kind of gives me a little bit more polished look. I'll put some on my chin today, and I think I'm going to put some of the lighter on the sunspot today. All right, so there's all my light stuff. I'm going to put a little bit more over here, I think. And then for the darker color of True Match, it's the same L'Oreal True Match. Oh, concealers like this, only a year, because it's creamy. Anything creamy is really about a year as far as expiration goes before you need to get rid of it. And put this right on my nose like so. And on my scars. So there's scar number 1. There's a little blemish. Scars under there. And they're not very noticeable anymore, which I like. This one seems to be getting better and better, which I'm glad about. I did remember to bring my sponge today. It is dampened already, so we're just going to blend all of this in. So we're going to do the light stuff first. And you just essentially dab it to blend it in. Just like so. So today my daughter's coming over for class. And so she typically shows up around, it's 7:30 right now. She typically shows up around 9:30. And most of the time she walks in and says, "Mom, I'm hungry." And so we'll either go to Kiki's or First Watch and have some breakfast if she wants. Sometimes she doesn't. And then I take her to class, and then she gets out of class, and sometimes we go for lunch too. Sometimes we eat lunch here. But it just depends on the day and her mood. She's getting close to the end of the semester, so I just think she's beginning to feel a little bit stressed. Like every college kid. Just put that something on there. Alright, let's go down the center of my nose where the light stuff is. Boop, 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 boop. And I have noticed, I've been using this crepe erase for a few days now. And what I am noticing is my skin pores on my nose and some of the other places that I have that are enlarged have become a little smaller, I think. And I don't know if they're like shrinking or if that's just part of the I can't ever say this word, hyaluronic acid that's kicked in or something that's making it like that. Okay, let's do our scars. Boop, boop. If you go through life without any scars, have you really lived? I mean, that's one way of looking at it, I suppose. Alright, so I want to see if this is blended. Yesterday I noticed that I didn't blend very well right up under my eyelashes. So I want to make sure I get that today. We're just going to do like so. I think this looks pretty good. Let me look in my close-up mirror really quickly. I'm going to pull it into me. Oh yeah, that's much better than yesterday. I don't know why. I was just off yesterday. It happens. Alright, so there's remember that I had some big sponges and I cut them into little ones because I want to use a clean sponge every day. So that's that. Alright, next what we're going to do is I'm going to do my eyebrows because I want to show you something. Now this morning already, I'm going to show you. This is a Garnier Skin Active Cleansing Wash. And it removes makeup. So what I did this morning is I had some makeup left on my brushes from yesterday. So I just went ahead and cleaned my brushes just by going like this on there. And the reason for that is the colors that I'm using today are different, obviously, and I like to keep brushes clean as much as possible. I'm going to use my regular NYX eyebrow cake powder. Right, there's the back. Doesn't really say a whole lot about the colors because they're just basically a lighter one and a darker one, and then this little pot of Vaseline stuff that I don't use because it will melt off my face because I live in Florida. So this morning outside for my run, it was already 75 degrees, but we had a wonderful 96% humidity. So it was quite warm, quite humid, and tra-ra-ra. It was exciting stuff to run in that. I was really sweaty when I got done. That's all right. That's why you run, to sweat and get fit. And I got on the scale today, which I do about once a week. I don't weigh every day because I don't believe in that. And I have lost a pound, and I think that's because I started following the directions of the doctor of getting my cholesterol down and you know, eating more fruits and veggies and things like that. You know, more vegetables than anything. So I'm kind of digging that. That'll work. So there's my brows. And you notice I didn't use any techniques today. I'm a little asymmetrical, I think. Oh, a little bit. So I'll just fix that right over here. Let me do it in the mirror so I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. That's a little bit better. Voila et voila. I don't speak French, obviously. Alright, so I'm going to show you a technique today for doing a smoky eye that I saw online on a video, but I'm going to give a caveat. I'm only going to do one eye because I don't like a smoky eye look on me, but I wanted to show it to you in case you wanted to try it. And it's essentially called the hashtag method. So the first thing that you do is you put on a base color, and I'm going to use from my Maybelline Expert Eyes, I'm going to use this color as my base. So you can see how my bristles are separated a little bit. That's from the cleansing that I just gave them. But look, I can just go like that. It'd be all right. And so this base color is going to go from the lash line up to my brows. So we'll just do that. And I'm just blocking on the color. I know I say that a lot because I will blend it. And the way that you blend this smoky eye thing is a little bit, it's different for me, so I'm going to try it. You know, you just have to try things. And the reason I won't wear this look for myself is for two reasons. First of all, it is a cream pencil. And secondly, which for me, living in Florida, it's too hot to wear that. So it will melt and get all in my creases and look really not so nice. So I'm not going to wear that today. But I thought I would show it to you just in case you're one of those people that likes to do a smoky eye. This is a different way of doing it. You know, you can do it with powder. You can do it with other things. But this is just one way. So I thought we should try it. We should always try things. And the lady that did the video that I watched, she is fortunate. Like, okay, that's what my eyelids typically look like. And you can see I'm quite hooded here. Hers are like that most of the time. So they're more open than mine, which is probably why it looked better on her than it would on me, because you're not going to really be able to see this so much. And so what you do, you have that base color on. I'm just going to come in. And this is a black, what do you call it? Eyeliner. It's called Onyx something. And it's a crayon, but it's a smooth crayon. I want to show you how smooth it goes on just so you can see. No pressure whatsoever is needed to get that on there. It draws a pretty thick line, which, you know, that's neither here nor there for this thing, but if you were lining your eyes, it would be a much thicker line. And in the wintertime when I use it, when it gets drier here in Florida, this is what I'll use for liner as opposed to the other one, more than likely. All right, so here is the hashtag technique for a smoky eye. So what you do is, and she holds her eye, which I'm not keen on that. She holds it and she puts like a hashtag symbol. So I'm going to draw it on my hand first so you can see. Now, I'm going to really date myself. That's the hashtag symbol that you're going to draw on your eye. That used to be the number symbol. If you're an older person like me, we used to use that as a number symbol, or, you know, tic-tac-toe, whatever you want to call it. But it's the hashtag method, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to draw. I'm just holding. And we're going to start right here. And it's kind of a slanted hashtag. And I'm having trouble. That's not surprising because of my hooded eye. So there's, do you see how uneven it is here? Because my eyelids are hooded and crinkly. That's okay though. We're just gonna work it. So maybe I'm gonna hold up this way. And I'm gonna draw across. And across. This is a really bad hashtag. There it is. There's the hashtag. That's as close as I'm going to get. Now see, when I go like that, you can't even see that I have it on there. But anyway, that's the hashtag. And then what you do is you take your blending brush, which I can't spot mine for some. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. You take your blending brush and you, she says smudge it out. And so you just keep going and going and smudging down to your lash line with that hashtag. And you'll see, you know, you're like, well, you can still see the lines of your hashtag. Well, that means you haven't blended enough. The rule is blend, 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 and when you think you've blended enough, blend some more. I didn't get further enough down my eyelid. So if I ever did this again, I would make sure that I started my lines right here as opposed to where I started them up top. Maybe I didn't do it correctly. But anyway, you get the idea. You draw a hashtag, you smudge it in, and it gives you, quote unquote, the perfect smoky eye. So here's my thoughts on that. My thought is, yeah, it's pretty dramatic, which is what a smoky eye is. So it would be for a special occasion kind of thing. But for me, I don't care for this. I think it looks, yeah, I mean, I'm on the fence. I can see that I would wear this like if I were going out for a holiday or, you know, or a fancy dinner, I suppose. I suppose I would use it as a way to do it. But anyway, that's a way to do that. And because I live in Florida and I know this is going to melt off, I'm going to actually take it off and clean my blending brush because I don't want that on my face. But that's just a technique for a smoky eye. It's not so bad. I mean, it's growing on me. And I think, if I had to do it all over again, I would start my pencil line. I'm going to actually get it like on my actual lid, like down here. So actually, let me just do this. Let me just put a little bit of this on here. You know, you can always fix things. So I'm just putting a little bit on there. And I'm going to blend that out too, just to see if I like that better. And I have to be honest with you. It doesn't feel as heavy as I thought it would. So I think it's definitely worth a try. You know, they call this the hashtag hack. And I think it's not such a bad hack. It seemed to work out all right if this is the look that you want to go with. This is not the look I want to go with today because it's a little bit too dramatic. But I have to say, I think that's a win. I think that's a pretty good hack. And what I would do is I would put like a dark eyeshadow on there just to set it. And, you know, not so bad. Not so bad at all. Alright, so now I'm going to take my blending brush and just use my little wipe and clean it. Because I don't want that black in my other eyeliner that I'm going to use, or my other eye makeup that I'm going to use today. But I think this is not a bad idea. It's actually kind of pretty. Unfortunately, this is going to crease like a crazy person. You can already see it starting to. So there's my eyelids normally. And it's already starting to settle in those creases. So I would have to set it with powder, or I probably would just use powder. But that is a technique you can use. So if you can use it, great. If you can't, that's okay too. So I'm going to just take this off with my Garnier. See, look. And it comes off pretty easy. And I'm trying to be gentle about it because I don't want to really rub my eye. which means I'm also going to have to put some primer on again on that eye. That's okay though. I'm going to do the other eye one. I'm doing it the same. Okay, so the makeup is off. There's my little talent. Oh, here's the hashtag. Ta-da! Almost gone. Now it is gone. Alright, so that's the hashtag method of making a smoky eye. Alright, I don't have my primer in here with me, so we're just going to have to go with the eyeshadow. So I'm going to reapply that base color that I had, that one. Just where I just took off all that makeup. We'll reapply that on there. Just like so. Just where I smudged all that off. And I'm just blocking this color on, getting it really kind of in there. I noticed over here I didn't do a very good job, so we're just going to fix it. On this side too. I don't know why I didn't get it on there good. I guess I just was focused on other things. Alright, so there is a plain shimmery like that. And what I'm going to do today, because I like more colors, I'm going to essentially do a smoky eye, only not really. It's not really a smoky eye at all. Because a smoky eye typically is just that outer corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just above my crease right here. And I'm going to use a pretty blue color because I have a pretty blue shirt on today. And so this is, wow, what's going on? This is the Color Molten by Ice Studio, Maybelline. And I'm going to use this color right here on just above my crease. And I'm going to block it on first. So I have this mirror sitting over here, and I can't tell if it's actually helping or harming. I mean, I can see a little bit better, but I don't know. I'm kind of not keen on it. And this is just going to be for fun. I like to use colors. Some people get afraid of using blue eyeshadow, and they're like, oh, it's not the 70s. Or the 80s. I'm like, no, but if you blend it in, then you're going to be okay. And as long as it's not like super shimmery. So again, I'm just blocking this on first. Block on the color first, just so that you get it on your eyelids. Oh, something else that I researched today, because I've been seeing advertisements for it. The collagen supplements, the stuff that you put in your drinks, and it supposedly helps your skin plump up because you're digesting it and it absorbs and it gets into your bloodstream, and ergo place. So to me, that says that not enough research had been done. That the risks benefit thing has not been established too much. So I've just started hearing about collagen in the last 3 or 4 months, I don't think that's a long enough time for the effects to be seen, number one, and number two, to be substantiated by any quote unquote real scientific studies, long-term studies. So for me, it's a no. I'm gonna wait, and see. That's something I'm not willing to try right at this moment. All right, so I blocked on that color. Look how crazy that looks. I will not go out in public like that. So I cleaned off my blending brush. See, nothing on there. And so now I'm going to just blend this out, and you're blurring that line between the light and the dark so that it looks a little less. So there's one eye blended and one eye not blended. And I'm really not done blending yet, so. Alright, so there we go. That's a little bit better. I forgot to blend the stuff up here. That's okay. We can get it now. Blending it out. Alright, that looks pretty good. And now I'm going to blend out the other eye. We're blending that line between the dark and the light so that we don't look insane and crazy. So yeah, so sometimes, you know, you'll see things in the news that are the new beauty thing, and there's always a new beauty thing, isn't there? You know, there's always the, oh, here's a special thing that you can do for your skin, yada yada yada. And I'd been seeing the collagen things before, and they're like, look, it's made out of cow, chicken, and something else I can't remember, but it's all protein based, and it is a protein. Collagen is a protein. They used to inject collagen into your lips to plump them up, and that has fallen out of favor, and because it doesn't last very long or whatever. So there is that also. However, you know, I just feel like it's too new. The research isn't finished yet. So okay, I don't like the way that looks right there. So I'm gonna just blend that out. Boop. I just keep blending and blending until it gets to be where I think it ought to be. Alright, that looks pretty good. So see, you can still see the color, and it's a little darker over here, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that. But it just is a little bit more subtle. I'm going to pull in really close. You can see what it looks like. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my eyes. Now yesterday when I lined my eyes, I did all the way across the top as opposed to halfway. And after looking at the video again, I noticed that just naturally, if you look at my face naturally, this eye is so hooded that it automatically looks less closed, right? And so yesterday when I did the video, I did like one all the way across and one halfway, or I don't remember exactly what order I did it. And I looked at it again, and I was like, you know what? The one that goes all the way across, especially on this eye, really did make it look more open. So I'm backtracking. I'm going to go all the way across on the top and bottom just because I think it will give my eyes, it will make them pop a little more. But before I do that, I forgot, I'm going to put on my blush. I forgot what I was doing. And my face powder. So today's blush is the True Match. And it is this color. Innocent Blush, because I'm so innocent. Go like that. And just put it on. It's a lighter color, so I like that. It's a little bit lighter blush. So I like that. Just, you know, just enough to give you a little bit of something going on your cheeks. As we get older, we tend to look a little washed out. So having a little color is not so bad. You don't want to look clownish. So since I have like the blue on, I did a lighter blush so that it doesn't look clownish. Because that's not a good look for anybody. Even clowns. Alright, and so now I'm going to do my face powder, which is the True Match, L'Oreal True Match. Did I have it upside down? I think I did. There we go. And this is the color. Whoop. Wow, I'm just turning everything around today. Alright, so we're going to do like this with my kabuki brush that I just put all that powder on. See? Tap it out a little bit and then just go right over everything I've done thus far. This will set my makeup. This will make me look less shiny. And it will make my pores look smaller. All those good things. And eventually, they say on Friday that we're going to get a cold front in here, which means I may be able to use liquid foundation again, which I like. Occasionally, it's moisturizing. It's nice. So there's my face powder, and now I'm going to line my eyes, and I'm going to go all the way across, just for something different. All right. So I'm going to pause the video while I do that. Alright, so what I did is I lined my eyes. I used my Aurora Espresso eyeliner, and it's almost out, so I had a little trouble getting enough on there today. And I went all the way across the bottom and all the way across the top today, and I think I might continue doing that, especially with a lighter color. Now if I did black, it might be a different story. But when I come in close so you can see, there's underneath, and there's above, and I went all the way across the top. And now I didn't bring my mascara in here. Okay, well, we're going to skip mascara for the time being. I'll put it on when I go in the bathroom. And the last thing that I'm going to do is to put on my Burt's Bees, and I'm going to use a color today. This is the hibiscus color. Again, I can use this for 3 years. I think I've only had it for a year. And I'm just going to put that right on like that. Feels so nice. It's so nice and smooth. I like that. And that is our makeup look today, except for my mascara, which I will do. And you won't see that on today's video, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And so here is my look for today with my glasses and everything else. So I just look a little polished, a little bit nice. I still have that nice blue color. I'm going to come in so you can see through my glasses maybe, which I haven't done that look before. So there's the lips. Here's my gap. All right, so work on the 3 most important parts of your being, your spirit, your body, and your mind. You work on those 3 areas every day, and you'll be a nicer person, you'll be a kinder person, you'll be a happier person. And be kind to everyone, and have a wonderful day.